folks. My name's Joshua. My friends call me Josh, but hey, you can call me Jay. It doesn't matter what you call me. I'm not the important one. God is. I've learned a lot about God over the years. I've seen him do some mighty peculiar things. You see, God's way of doing things are different than ours. You see, God's doing it different. When you're dealing with the Lord Almighty, you better reckon on some surprises. That's why I came here today, to tell you about God's surprises in my life and in the life of the nation of Israel. I brought along some of my army. They used to be trumpet players. They've just recently taken up ringing handbells. Be patient with them. Anyway, I've been traveling through the hot desert of Sinai for 40 years with a bunch of folks who were not happy campers. They griped about the bread, they griped about the meat, they griped about the water, and they threw terribly wild parties. Shameful behavior. They forgot the miracles God performed to free them from slavery in Egypt. What was God going to do with these ungrateful people? I tell you what I'd do. I'd ship the whole herd back to Egypt. But God couldn't do that. He made a promise to lead them into the land of Canaan. And God doesn't break his promises. So he waited around until all the old grouchy folks got old and died. Then my boss, Moses, told me I was in charge of leading the youngins into the promised land. Now, let me tell you, partners, it's a pretty scary job being in charge of a whole mess of people. The Lord told me to be strong and courageous and to trust in him. I relaxed a little until God gave me my first chore. He told me to take the Israelite scout troop on a hiking trip through the Jordan River. I was thinking we'd build a strong, sturdy bridge, or at least a few log rafts. But God wanted us to walk straight through the water. That's when the surprises began. The very minute our feet touched the river, the water parted, and we crossed on dry land. It was much more exciting than building a bridge. Finally, we were in the land God had promised to us. The people who lived there had heard about the greatness of our God, but they weren't very friendly. In fact, when we came to the walled city of Jericho, they wouldn't even come out and welcome us to the neighborhood. No, sir. The king of Jericho ordered that the city gates be locked. Now I ask you, is that very nice?
Well, no, great man.
I was getting to that. Just hold your hands up. Like I say, they were pretty unfriendly folk, all except for a woman named Rahab. You see, right before we crossed the River Jordan, I was getting a tad curious about the land God had promised to us. So I had to peek. I sent two of my best scouts to visit Jericho. When the king of Jericho had heard that the Israelites were in town, he tried to capture them. But Rahab outsmarted the king. She pulled the old rope trick on him and helped the two scouts escape through a window. In return for her kindness, we promised to spare her and her family if we had to fight against Jericho. And that's just what we had to do. The people of Jericho wouldn't come out and play. We had to do something about it. But the city was so big that
you can't go over it, can't go through it, can't go under it, gotta go around it.
I was thinking we'd build some tall ladders or use some hooks and ropes to scale the walls. But like I've been telling you, God's ways are different. He told us to march around the city of Jericho for 7 days. For 6 days, we were to march around one at a time with the priests tooting their trumpets. Then on the 7th day, we were to march around those walls 7 times. Then the priests were to blow their trumpets extra loud, and all the rest of us were to let out a hoop and a holler. That's when God said those tall walls would fall to the ground. Mighty strange battle plan if you're asking me. It was embarrassing. The first day we marched around the city, the people of Jericho were hanging out their windows and laughing. The second day, their children threw water balloons and confetti at us. On the third day, the mayor of Jericho proclaimed a holiday. The townspeople had an all-day picnic on top of the walls to watch the parade. But by the 4th day, our daily trail ride was pretty boring stuff for those city folks. I hate to admit it, but by the 5th and 6th day, my troops were starting to get a little nervous.
You really think they're gonna fall for it?
I hope we don't blow it.
I still got confetti in my hand.
Early in the morning of the 7th day, we got up, ate our weeds, and prepared to march. We had seen our God do mighty things for us. We knew he would keep his promise. 6 times we marched around and the priest blew the trumpet. Then, on the 7th time around, I gave the cue for everyone to shout, and those tall walls bit the dust. Timber! we captured the city, except for Rahab and her family. We made them honorary Israelites. That night we had a big barbecue and a hoedown to praise God and celebrate the victory over Jericho. Well, folks, that's my story. I learned that God's ways are not our ways. If you're serving Him with a true heart, don't get discouraged if things aren't working out like you think they should. God just might have a surprise up His sleeve with your name on it.
And the walls came tumbling down.